If you look at the advertising, it's the phone the world is telling you need to want. But is it worth wanting? We'll find out in our full review. But for now, I'm Michael Fisher, this is Pocketnow, and this is one of the biggest phones of the year. It's the Galaxy S5. Let's unbox it. So one of the things some people are saying about the Galaxy S5 these days is that it is an iterative improvement, a small step over its predecessor, the S4, and that's something people said about the S4 with relation to the S3 as well. Well, when you look at the packaging of the S5, it's tough to deny some potent similarities in terms of at least the messaging, the branding, the initial impression that Samsung is trying to make. But there is one very important difference here, particularly if you live in the United States. This is not just same old Samsung packaging, this is a carrier box. That's right, AT&T in this case, and AT&T is known for kind of foisting these not necessarily attractive packages on us. But Samsung has won the day here. Apparently an agreement has been reached between the carrier and the manufacturer not to change the packaging, which we think is terrific because this box feels great. Let's look at the specs here. LTE, that 5.1-inch AMOLED display, 2.5 gigahertz quad-core processor, that's a Snapdragon 801, 16-megapixel camera with full HD recording, and of course, the stranger stuff, that heart rate monitor, the S-Health suite, and so on. Having gotten the top sleeve out of the way, we can now pull the top panel off of this box, which, a little tease, this box still has the little bisection in the middle, just like the S4 box did last year. I think it's just nice. It's just one of those nice little touches that it's like, oh, yes, this is not only a premium product, but somebody actually thought about, getting a finger in there. This makes it easier. It's nice. Attention to detail, folks. Do not underestimate it. Pull the box top off. There is our white Samsung Galaxy S5. So the first thing I notice here, the first impression out of the box is that this device is, I think it's because it's white, but I don't remember the bezel being that pronounced. Certainly it's not a very thick bezel. It's just more pronounced than I remember. But this is the S5, looks very similar to last year's S4. We will have an in-depth comparison there. There's, of course, the back, which we will talk about more in a second. But let's put this aside, see what comes with the AT&T version. We take this out. That is empty, we know from past experience. A quick start guide showing us exactly what to expect on the phone. You guys don't generally like it when I go through the literature, but I'm going to leave that for later. Easy way to transfer content to your new device if you're coming from another smartphone, which you probably are. A warranty guide. Ooh, fun stuff. Hey, let's see what's in here. So I got a little more excited than maybe I needed to. I saw this QR code down here, QR code on the USB cable, and I thought it might be a microSD card that comes with the device. It is not. The phone is microSD compatible, but it does not come with a microSD card. It does, however, come with the Samsung Earbuds. We like these a lot. They are the kind of linguini version that I like to call them, with the extra gels, yes, of course, but the cord just a little thicker, a little more resistant to tangling. There's our power charger, probably 2 amps in, if I am not mistaken. And yes, indeed, there's that 2 amp output that I like for quick charging my Samsung Galaxy devices. We'll get all the stuff out of the way. And we're back to the device itself. No screen protector on this one, folks. Sorry, no peel. We were second wave press on this one. But nonetheless, we thank Samsung for sending this along as quickly as they did. Here's the back panel with that dimpled appearance. We'll get a closer shot here just to show you what that looks like. You're very familiar with it at this point. On the white one, doesn't look too bad. I think it looks pronouncedly horrible on the gold one. But on the blue one, the white one, and the black one, you're not going to notice it quite as much as certainly everyone has been talking about it. But we'll have more impressions on that once we've spent more than 5 minutes with the thing. There's a heart rate sensor, the camera, 16 megapixels once again. Go ahead and power the unit on while we're talking about it. Come back to a wider shot, little buzz, vibration. There's that powered by Android call-out that we have been talking about recently, part of Google's new arrangement with its OEMs. We're seeing that on HTC and Motorola devices as well. Nice new Samsung animation. There's the AT&T splash screen with the distinctive thing. Ah, yes, we remember now. The multitasking button down below, the back button on the right, and there is the stock wallpaper. So, not going to bore you with initial setup, but I will close out this brief unboxing with a size comparison for you. And we'll try to have most of the major platforms represented in our democratic representation of the smartphone landscape here. That is the Samsung Galaxy S5, the one we just unboxed. Let's kick things off with iOS. There is the iPhone 5C, obviously notably smaller. The Moto X. Another Android device, the HTC One M8. We will also be comparing the Galaxy S5 to that device. And not really enough room for it, but the Nokia Lumia Icon. I screwed up the spacing, but what are you going to do? 5 devices in a row. Galaxy S5 on the left, going all the way through to the Lumia Icon. Folks, we're later than we like to be on this coverage, but we're going to bring it all to you. That said, if you have specific comments, you can help us out. You want specific things covered with regard to this device, leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube if you haven't already, and follow us on social media. And we'll be back as soon as possible, quicker if you provide those details, with our continuing coverage on the Samsung Galaxy S5 from Pocketnow. Michael Fisher, thank you for watching. We'll see you real soon.